of an age gap between these fighters. Will the old man school the young whippersnapper?
Weighing 66.1 kilograms. Finds out to Rumming, complete combat. Craig, the silver assassin, Rumming.
We've seen Craig on Battle Arena before, and he always does really well. But Battle Arena 40, Jaye John versus Craig Rumming. Oh, great leg kick, but
nice takedown.
What a catch and counter there from Jaye John.
Jaye John looking very composed here, just holding him in side control.
Straight into a strong side control. That right arm under his head, the shoulder pressure, the left knee on his hip. This is all very correct pressure and jiu-jitsu going on there. Oh, now a little bit of knee on belly position I love. He's watching out for being up kicked there.
He's trying to pass the guard. Craig seems to cover it really well.
Craig did a great job of getting back onto his feet. He timed that really well, and it was an excellent jiu-jitsu stand-up where you keep one arm out and you can get to your feet safely.
Textbook.
But Jaye is just keeping pressure. Maybe this was his strategy. He knew his opponent was a little bit older, and he thought maybe I'm going to take him for a sprint. We're going to make this a hard
very hard knees. Oh, those landed in the groin area, and that is illegal under MMA rules. And Craig is entitled up to 5 minutes to recover his breathing.
There's an odd statistic about groin shots is that anyone that gets hit in the groin usually loses 90% of the time, but everyone keeps fighting. And it's, you think, oh, it's not going to make much of a difference once I've recovered, but it can make a huge difference. It can make your legs feel shaky, and a lot of guys rush back to fighting because they're trying to prove that they're tough when they should take the full time and recover.
And it gives you a very sick feeling inside your stomach, which can affect your cardio, and therefore in the later rounds can show a problem. Therefore, I think if Craig should take us 5 minutes, it seems that they are very hard knees.
He's got silver assassin on his back. Definitely what he is. I'd be interested to know the age difference between these two fighters, and maybe a good strategy by Craig Rumming to take as long as he needs, get a little bit of recovery, because he was taken down and controlled for a little bit there. He probably could do with taking a few deep breaths and let Jaye John sweat it for a little bit. This is the unfortunate thing about MMA, those knees can occasionally going to slip into the wrong spot, or those kicks are going to end up in the wrong spot. I think he's back ready to fight, stretching out.
Looks ready to fight. The ref calls it back in.
I'd like to see Craig keep it on his feet. I think he's got a longer reach, but
it's a nice takedown.
I think Jaye has realised his grappling advantage and just dominating now. Craig looking for some ground and pound from the bottom. Very unusual, but I think he actually landed a couple of clean shots. Jaye is a very patient grappler. He's like this explosive, big, fast takedowns, and then as soon as he gets to the floor, it's like pressure, close.
And you see Craig kicking him to the back of the legs.
Some old Hoist Gracie stuff there. The heel to trying to hit the kidneys and the bottom of the rib cage maybe, or even work the legs.
He's trying to control the hands so he can't get ground and pounded. However, Jaye John just seems to come over him.
I think Craig needs to get up.
A nice right hand and a nice knee. There's a lot of pressure here coming from Jaye John.
Nice Craig with some great uppercuts. Really nice dirty boxing there on the inside. I mean, Jaye John is definitely the more aggressive fighter, but this might not pay off if this fight goes, 2 or 3 rounds. Could see Craig Rumming come back with his more patient, measured approach.
It'd be nice to see some knees on the inside of the legs whilst they're clinched up against the fence. It can wear the fighter down.
Yeah, but maybe Jaye John's nervous of that groin strike now. He doesn't want to get DQ'd. He got the silver assassin sniper to the testicles.
Again, Jaye John entitled to take a whole 5 minutes to recover.
They're going groin shot for groin shot. There can't be long left in this round. I'm sure it's only 10 seconds or so, maybe. The referee's remarking that they got 1 each. I don't think it's a competition. A ball kicking competition would be the worst competition imaginable.
Craig trying to listen to his cornerman who were giving him instructions whilst this timeout is occurring.
I think for Craig, it's going to be fairly simple. He needs to avoid those takedowns. He keeps getting dumped fairly heavy. I think he's trying to be too measured maybe with his grappling. He needs to throw a few heavy shots so that Jaye is a bit nervous of closing the distance. Oh, that's more like it for a sharp little kick there from Craig.
Nice jab from Craig as well. Oh, and a nice teep to the head.
There's only a short time left in this round. Jaye's looking to put a little bit of a full stop on this round and make sure he scores it in the judge's eyes. Definitely has some big takedowns, but Craig Rumming, very, very impressed. He always looks calm. He's kind of, you can see he's thinking his way out of the situation. He's like, he's not rushing. And same with Jaye. He gets a big takedown, then take his time.
It's a very nice finish from Jaye John for the round. I'd like to be in the corner of Craig right now and hearing what Andre Winner is saying to him. I reckon for the second round, Jaye John should just continue doing what he's doing, going for the takedowns, controlling him on the ground.
This is different approaches here. You see Jaye John, the younger guy, sat down, a lot of water on their head, looking quite tired. Whereas Craig Rumming stood up, doesn't want to take the stool, just keeping his legs fresh, and he's actually having a bit of a chat. He doesn't look too stressed. Maybe he's saved himself for the second round. He kind of weathered the storm of the first round. Now he's going to come back and do it.
Both corners taking the time. Some water spilled inside of Jaye John. The referee not happy with it.
I think we could probably expect the same from Jaye John. Craig needs to land some big shots. He needs to land something on the inside as Jaye comes in.
Some very textbook technique from Jaye John, keeping the hands up, throwing straight 1-2s.
Craig's
changing levels.
Craig's throwing some really nice combinations, finding distance and then throwing some big rights behind it. Kind of a looping right hand as opposed to a straight right.
Not much contact here at the start of the second round.
Jaye keeps looking to catch that kick. I think maybe Craig should be careful throwing that kick, keep it low, just leg kicks and use the punches to work high.
Some nice movement there from Jaye John and both Craig.
Oh, see.
Oh, nice right hand.
Craig landed a big shot on his chin and Jaye immediately shoots, and that's a sign that he got hurt with that shot.
Some very nice takedown defense right there from Craig.
He needs to keep his legs a little bit wider maybe, but he's doing a good job at the moment, but he's got to watch those underhooks. Jaye John's got double underhooks. Could mean that he's going to be able to get a takedown. Craig's throwing a little bit of blood on the face, taking a couple of shots.
Craig's cornerman giving him really good instructions right now. Telling him to get the underhooks and spin out.
This is the advantage. You got cornermen who are UFC veterans who are, you know, respected pros. It's going to give you that confidence that when they tell you to do something, it's the right things to do.
Craig seems not to be fazed by the fact he's got a bit of blood on his nose.
This round has been very different. Jaye hasn't been able to get the takedown, or not yet. Maybe he will now. And Craig has landed that big right that shook Jaye.
A very nice defense and some nice knees from Craig.
Oh, excellent work by Craig. Oh.
Yeah, the glove has moved inside Jaye's hand.
I think this is very frustrating for Craig because he had Jaye on the back foot. Jaye went for a takedown. Craig stuffed it. I think Jaye was on the back foot, frustrated that he couldn't control this round. And then the glove kind of saved Jaye a little bit, give him a little respite. The old dog teaching the young guy. Will, experience, beat, enthusiasm.
Some very nice jabs being thrown there by Craig. Not quite catching Jaye. Jaye ducking under very nicely.
Jaye timed that really well as Craig threw that right. Craig just needs to separate. He needs to get back to throwing those big right hands.
And the key here to the defense is to keep your head on the inside.
Craig's become a wrestling defense genius this round.
It's nice. Oh, he's got caught by a right hand.
But he's coming back with his own. He's coming back with his own. Stuffs it again. Oh, great job.
Nice, very, very nice.
Oh,
That's a big right hand by Jaye.
Craig did a really good job of keeping him off. He got tagged, used his feet as a nice guard, and now he's throwing some up
Nice
kicks.
up kick there by Craig.
Come on. It's great work by both guys. Great work by both guys. Craig has done so well. And
This is going to be a tough round for the judges to decide again.
yeah, how do you score that round? I mean, I think Craig was
He had a
stuffing all
knockdown.
the takedowns.
He did have
But
a
then
knockdown.
Jaye had the knockdown, but then Craig did land a big right that Jaye had to shoot off because he was been caught with it. That's a hard round to score.
We're advancing to the final round.
Now this is interesting. This is, does the experience of Craig mean that he saves some gas in the tank, and maybe Jaye is taking some monster breaths. Maybe he's blown himself out a little bit. This is going to be, I'm excited to see this last round. Let's see how this goes. Referee Paul Nichols taking a close look at both guys. They're both taking big shots.
Both guys looking very focused now, and both seem to really want the win.
It's the same age difference between these two as me and you. You're supposed to deny it. You're supposed to go no with the same age.
Yeah, well, it's only like how many years between us? Like 2? You're a very young guy, Chris. Very young guy. I wanted to see who digs deeper this last round.
Well, Jay's corner saying he's more tired than you, but I think there may be a bit of posturing on that as Craig just comes in bouncing on his feet, bit of footwork.
Craig looks very relaxed in this third round. I think he might have started a little bit late.
They say the last thing to go in these older fighters is power. So will he be able to land that big right? He's landed one already. Will the second come?
You see, Jay John is waiting for the time to either shoot or throw another big right hand. It was very successful in the last 2 rounds.
That'd be great. It'd be great to see if either guy can impose their game, and excellently timed by
Nice shot
Jay.
from Jay John.
Excellently timed, but Craig is looking for a Kimura now. Maybe we use it to try and stand up. You see Craig's corner is very frustrated. I think they want him to do what he did in the second round and keep the spot on his feet, but it was a really well-timed shot by Jay. Especially at the start of the round, you've got a little bit more energy.
You see Craig's hand slowly creeping through, and Jay John hiding his hand to defend from the Kimura.
Same thing, you score the takedown, but then you gotta say that Craig's going for a submission attempt.
And how do you score that in MMA? Because both have advanced in some sort. Craig trying to bridge, but just ending up against the cage. Jay John trying
will
to
he
get
got to
another double.
separate? Craig's corner is desperate for that he can get back to that striking range, and
He's getting crossface.
he's got to defend. He's got to try and break Jay. Yes,
Another-
great knee by Craig. Jay's doing a really good job of controlling him against the cage.
Some nice knees thrown by Craig. I'd like to see Craig spin out and return back to facing Jay John toe to toe. There's another nice knee.
Doing a really good job. He's very active. It looks like Jay's controlling the fight, but he's just kind of leaning on him, whereas Craig is landing some knees. He's being very active with his defense, even though he's got his back against the cage.
You see Jay John's posture seems to be very broken, therefore it's going to prevent him from doing a takedown, especially with his head down so low.
Oh, what is Craig looking for? Is he looking for a Kimura? Has he got the arm? Hard to see from our position, but
With the head in, Jay John can defend that Kimura easily.
yeah. I think there's a short time left in this round. Oh, he's looking for that Kimura still. He's looking for that Kimura, but I think Craig's corner is desperately gets back to his feet.
It's controlling the position here, Jay John. It's likely to score some points on the judge's card.
Boom. Both fighters showing a lot of respect for each other. Another great hard fight here on Battle Arena 40.
I'd have to give that third round to Jay John, just purely because of control. Some great respect there shown by the cornerman.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for these two great fighters. So after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard. And we have your winner by unanimous decision from the red corner, Jaye. And please make some noise for your runner-up, Rumming. Jaye, come on the chat with me, buddy. How you feeling after that win, mate? Good. Yeah, tough fight. Yeah, he was a little bit of a opponent, but second round you managed to catch him with that big shot, dropped him. Did you think you had it finished then?
Yeah, I got a little bit too excited, I think, yeah.
A little bit too excited and couldn't quite finish it, but you got a good chin on him, managed to get open and made a good fight of it in the last round as well.
Yeah, fair play to him, that was a hard right. Got my club, so fair play to him.
Yeah, so the game plan was that to take him down, wear him out a little bit, and then work that hands when he was a bit more tired.
Yeah, that was the game plan.
Cool, well, congratulations on your win. Ladies and gentlemen, make some more noise again for your winner, Jaye.